Okay, good evening, everyone. So, before we start the debate, I would like to ask all of the debaters to state your name and your position, starting from the government side. Okay, I would like to ask all the debaters to state your name and your position, starting from the government side.
My name is Assalamualaikum. I will be. My name is Alia binti Jafrizan. I will be the second speaker for today's debate.
I hear you. I still can't hear you.
Hello.
Yes, okay. Oh no.
Assalamualaikum.
Ah,
My
okay.
name is Yudhina Sofia, and I will be the second speaker for the government.
Why are you guys using microphone and muting your own? What?
We can use the mic for the camera, the laptop that we use as a camera.
Oh, okay. So when you're speaking after this, can you like maybe jam the mic closer to your mouth so I can
Okay.
hear you?
Okay.
Right. Okay, thank you, government. Can I know who's the reply speaker? For government?
The second speaker.
The second speaker, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Right, TYDP. Moving on to the next team or opposition. Please introduce yourselves.
Hello, is my voice audible?
Yes.
So hi, Assalamualaikum, and a very good evening to all of you. My name is Aka Husaini, and I will be the opposition leader for this debate.
Right, thank you. DLO.
Hello,
Yes.
I am Ain Sophia. I am the DLO.
DLO and opposition whip.
Hello. My name is Nur Alia, and I am the opposition whip.
Right, thank you. Speakers. Who's the reply speaker? Reply speaker for FPG.
Hi, Micah will be the reply speaker.
Who? First
Haikal.
speaker.
Yeah,
Haikal,
first
okay.
speaker.
Right. Okay, thank you for both speakers. Have you decided on the motion?
Yes.
Can the
So,
TYDP? Oh, wait.
TDP,
Can I have the TYDP to read the motion?
The motion that you will be debating for today is the House believes that all prestigious universities should publish all of their academic research in an open platform for free.
Publish all their
All their academic research in an open platform for free. Okay, good evening, everyone. So all right. The House will come to order. I am pleased to welcome you all to this first round of USIM Vice Chancellor Debate Championship 2022. I would like to remind the members of the floor they may only raise points of information in the constructive speech and only after the first minute and before the last minute of speech. Also, please ensure that your internet connection is stable and your voice is audible. Are there any inquiries before we start? Okay. With that, I call upon the Prime Minister to deliver her speech. The floor is yours.
here.
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes.
I'll start my speech in 3 points. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi
not clear. Your voice not clear.
wabarakatuh. Can you hear me?
We do hear you, but it's not clear.
Can you hear me now? Hello?
Yes.
Loud and clear.
Okay. Um, I'll start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening to all the educators and members of the club. So today, we from the government team would like to give our stand in which we from the government team believe if all prestigious universities, we from the government team believe that all prestigious university should publish all of their academic research in an open platform for free, because with that we can enhance the education in Malaysia, as education is one of the most powerful weapons to create a change. First of all, I would like to tell what I'll be going to do. As the first speaker of the government team would like to define to this motion. My second speaker would deliver her speech regarding the point of helping students who in need, and also producing more intellectual graduates. And the third speaker will be summarizing all of our points. So, academic research can be defined by the systematic investigation into and also study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusion, or can simply be understand by investigating systematically. So, I would like to give an example of some of the academic research websites in which ResearchGates and Google Scholar. So my point is why we should publish all of the academic research in an open platform for free, because we want to expand the authorship of the research author itself, because being the author of an academic research publication is not that they want to become it's not that they want money or something. They just want the knowledge that they know to be learned by other people. And these researchers, mostly in science field, they do not see that access to the scientific literature as an especially important problem, because they think that they don't even think about the accessibility, the accessibility about the citation impact or the reputation of themselves, but they only want the rightful credit, as they want their words to be read and to be used by the society. Also, I know not all of us like to read an education publication, an academical education, but I think that opening this kind of by approaching this kind of initiative is good, because with this we could slowly gain interest. We could slowly gaining interest. People would slowly gain interest and with this kind of
So
reading material. Yes.
do you government know why certain articles or certain research paper being charged or being need to be paid? Do you guys know why?
Yes, I know, because this kind of material is hard to gain, and also need and can't they can use others material. They need to think of this kind of materials themselves. They can to publish a publication, because I've been published one of publication also. So I've been there. I've been published a paper in which I can even reach 5% of the plagiarism. I've been there, so I know. I know that by publishing this kind of reading materials is we want to gain profit. We want to gain profit. Basically, they want to gain profit, but the real scientists, the real researchers, they don't want this kind of benefits. They want their knowledge to be well known. They want their knowledge to be read, to be used by the society. So I don't think that charging this kind of fees is acceptable. I hope that answered your question. Also, okay, if we open this kind of access, this kind of free medium, we can attract more people to gain their interest in this kind of field. And also, if we give this kind of access freely, yeah, I know we can't gain any kind of profit or benefits, but instead, the author itself would be famous and they can gain some side income. Also, I think by opening this kind of access is a must because we want to prevent we want to prevent the illegal website that we've been using before. We want to prevent some kind of illegal acts such as the Sci-Hub. I know most of you must have known Sci-Hub because I've been using it too. So I think that this open access should be viewed as a long-term effect because we want to enhance the education in Malaysia, as education is one of the powerful weapon to create a change. That's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you to the Prime Minister for the speech. The speaker spoke for 7 minutes 24 seconds. Now we shall hear the speech from the leader of opposition. The floor is yours.
Test 1, 3. Do you hear my voice? Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes.
Alright. Start in 3, 2, 1. Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon. I be to the Madam Chairman, ladies and gentlemen. We, as the opposition side, are very confused by the statement that be given by the government. The government failed to address why that these motions are very important in our debate today. And the government side also did not mention any definition or don't mention any burden of proof that why by making the science, the research project being free to all are so important. And we, from the opposition side, we will show all of you why that this motion should be rejected and why that our point need to be accepted. So, firstly, we as the opposition, now before that, I as the leader opposition would like to introduce the members of the opposition team. So me myself as the opposition leader, I will be rebutting about the case that brought up by the Prime Minister earlier, as well as providing substantive point argument, which is reputational and copyright protection to the author. And our speaker also will be talking about the appreciation of the knowledge value and also to ensure the quality of the research. And next, our third speaker will rebut all of the points that be given by the government and also enforcing our side firmly. Members of the floor, according to the Prime Minister earlier, she explained that why this article or this scientific research need to be free. She also explained that some of the artists or all of the artists or the author did not want to get profit from their to the article. But she also explained that this when they become famous, they can get a additional income. So I do see the connection, and somehow it contradict to its first point, which is that yeah, she said that they want to give the author did not want to seek of profit itself. So secondly, the government, the Prime Minister also cannot answer very well my POI, which is why that some of the scientific research need to be charged or need to be paid for. She said that hard to get or had to been had to be gained by some person. But eventually, it's not true because this article is being need to be charged because it's very important journals to a certain field in the university, and that's why that this kind of article are needed to be paid or need to be fair for this for these issues. So, however, in our side, we also, you know, why that the government hardly to prove to all of us that example of the site of article that need to be paid, or journal site that need to be paid. We want to see the scientific research. So I will come to my first argument, which is the author reputational and copyright protection. First of all, most of the authors want to be cited respectively, and this scientific article or scientific research will not be misused or to be spread false claim, to the society. Okay, I will give you some an analogy. So, can you imagine that what happened when all of the scientific article, be spread to all of the community, and some research that I give example like research that shows that this vaccine or COVID-19 vaccine are not been 100% good for our immunity system. But there also are a lot of articles that shows that COVID-19 vaccine are very efficient and very useful for a certain group of people. So there are some of the society of people in the society that have less knowledge about the vaccine and have no knowledge in the field will present or will spread false information to the community to persuade or to encourage the community to not take the vaccine, and this somehow will affect the health itself and will cause a long-term effects and not just a short-term. And I do believe that by limiting or by charge certain research project, a research article will give a lot of benefits and will also can protect a lot of stakeholders, such as the community, the author, and also the reader itself, the consumer. And then we come with the academic integrity. Why that some of the article will be charged? Like I mentioned before, that one of the article that be charged is because of the important research in the major field, and it also that that it's not appropriate to get a copies of other people idea, would be lectures or online presentation without the consent. And this why that we from our position try to present to all of you that to protect the reputational and copyright protection to the authors itself. And for us, we strongly stand firm with our stance, which is that we want to we want to protect the exclusivity and also the genuine of the academic research in its place. So that's all. I address my case. Thank you.
Thank you to the leader of opposition. The speaker spoke for 6 minutes 55 seconds. Okay, now I would like to call upon the Deputy Prime Minister for the speech. The floor is yours.
Can you hear me? Yes. I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. So, ladies and gentlemen, here I would like to say that the opposition side did not get what we from the government side want at the end of the day if we make all this academic research is free on the open platform. First of all, you need to know that here with the government side, one the open platform is to the student of the prestige university itself, which means all the student of the prestige university is the one who get the who get the platform to gain all the academic research for free for their own use. Because of that, I don't think that it will be I don't think it will be misused if or even used by the public, because the only one who get the platform is all the students in the prestige universities. Okay, then I will start my rebuttal. So the first speaker of the opposition side said that when we give this for free, the author will not get I'm sorry. So they say that why it not free at the first place, because they want to give the citation respectfully to the author. But you know, nowadays what's the student do actually? As you can see here, the student nowadays, when they cannot access to the academic research for free, they seem to use all the things like Sci-Hub and all the illegal site to make sure that the research is available for them. So I don't think that the opposition side actually clear with their statement that they the reason why they don't want this to be free, because it will not respectfully cited to the author. So at the end of the day, they actually give more opportunity to the student to use all these illegal website in order to finish their study in the university itself. So so now I would like to give you what we from the government side believe. So here we want to why we want this to be free to the students, this academic research to be free in an open platform, because we want to enhance the education system itself. For example, here in Malaysia, since education is the most powerful weapon to create a change. As we know, all the student is one of the people who are going to lead our country in the future. So why not we give them the platform, the medium for them to at least improve themselves in a correct way, so that they are well prepared in order to lead our country in the future. So I will give you my 2 points. The first point is we want to produce more intellectual graduates at the end of the day. And secondly, we want to give opportunity to different social status students in the university itself. So to my first point, which is to produce more intellectual graduates. So as you can see here, the motion itself say that we want to publish all their academic research in an open platform for free. We stated that the open platform is accessible to all the university student itself. So it means that we give them a free materials to the university students. As we can see here, it's not easy to make a research, ladies and gentlemen. So all the research that already being written must be a good one, must be a good materials for the student to use for their studies. So by having a good source of material is a must in order for them to have a clear guide and a clear example on how they can do in order to finish their studies, so that what they are going to create or what they are going to prepare before they end the study is something really quality. So as there is being guide in order to write a good research, and they have a very good materials and example in order to look for, we can create more quality graduates will be produced. We state it because as you can see here, since the as nowadays people use it like they only Google it, like only type, since already is all of the things is on top of our fingertips. They seems like not only read and then okay then, because they just like want the surface. So since we give them a better and a good source and a platform, they will use it wisely, since it's accessible in all of it is accessible. So if they want to make a like so they can use it very well. So next, since we can produce more quality graduates at the end of the day, it gives the university itself, the prestigious university itself, a good impression, since their name is already known for the numbers of good graduates that are being produced. So as we improve the number of our quality graduates, it can make us a good and a better competitor to compete with other prestigious university locally and internationally at the end of the day. So in a long run, this is not only good for the student itself, but also good for the reputation of the university at the end of the day. So my second point is to give opportunity to the different social status students. So we know that intellectual students come from a very different social status. Some of them must be from a very filthy rich family, and some of them must be very poor. But all the students have the same ability and potential, which is they have the knowledge and they want to know better in order to improve themselves. But the student who have a financial problem don't have enough platform. So by making it free, it gives them more materials and opportunity to use all the way of their journey in continuing their studies. For example, I give you a very famous Dr. Malina. She not come from a rich family. She come from a very poor family, but she's very intellectual, and the government and the right authorities give her opportunity to continue a study to have a better future. So we can see here, we can start from a baby step, which is give a good materials to the student to continue their study. So that since this is what we are capable, this is what the first thing that we are capable. So I think it is not wrong to actually give them academic research for free in an open platform. So before I end my speech, I would like to state that we from the government side believe why we want all the academic research in an open platform for free, because we can enhance the education system. For example, in Malaysia, since the education is the most powerful weapon to create a change. With that, I rest my case. Thank you.
Thank you to the Deputy Prime Minister for the speech. The speaker spoke for 7 minutes 41 seconds. Now, I would like to call upon the Deputy Leader of Opposition to deliver her speech. The floor is yours.
Hello, am I audible? So, okay. So I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Nothing worth comes easy. A very good afternoon I bid to the honorable judges, the timekeeper, audiences, and the government side. So my job for today as a deputy leader of opposition is to do two things: that I will respond to the government side, government case, and secondly, I give an argument on why we should oppose this motion. Now, let me explain why we are strongly believe that education research should not be published for free. Firstly, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to encourage expensive education material that will burden the economically unstable students. Okay. Aku. Hello. Elsevier, like other journal publishers, pays nothing to acquire research studies. Moreover, publishers don't pay for the volunteer peer reviewers or editors. but they charge those same researchers, reviewers, and editors, not to mention the public, whose tax dollars more likely funded the study in the first place, to read the resulting article. But first, before I come to my own arguments, let us take a look about what the government side has said. She claimed that by giving free research, it
Your eye, please.
yes. Okay, no thanks. So she said that by giving free research, it will produce intellectual students, it will produce quality students, and give good impact to the people, because there will be more graduates that who grad with great good grades, because they can easily access to this free research. But let me tell you one thing, because that when people easily get what they achieve, they students tend to be lazy and take things for granted, and that I will explain more in my on my points. Secondly, she stated that this will give opportunities to different social status of students, like they I said, the poor, economically unstable students. Can you hear me? Okay. Okay. So actually we want to state that this free research, there are lots of sources like library that not a lot of students get used fully to it, because without even with the copyright. And she also give example on Dr. Amarina, who I think she is not the student who is economically unstable. And she also state that she bought a lot of research. And so allow me to explain my points. By making educational research not for free for all students, it will actually increase the value of research itself.
Sophia, you're muted.
Sorry, this is very different from the music or movie industry, where creators receive money from each copy sold. I would like also to mention that we never receive any complaints from the authors or researchers. Legally downloading a single journal article when you don't have a subscription costs around $30, which adds up quickly. Considering a research on even narrow topics can return hundreds, if not thousands, of articles. And the skyrocketing cost of journal subscription, which have unlimited download, is straining library budgets. There is clear evidence that free access increases the number of article downloads, although its impact on article citation is not clear. Recent studies indicate that large citation advantages are simply artifacts of the failure to adequately control for confounding variables, the effect of free access on the general public's use of the primary medical literature has not been thoroughly evaluated. Authors in the sciences tend to focus on citation impact, reputation, and accessibility to a specialized readership, not breadth of readership, copyright, or access status. Publishing costs money. So different journals have different business model to pay those costs. But if readers don't pay, you are left either with like author paying for the article or funding agency paying. So with all those reasons, this motion must fall. Thank you.
Thank you to the Deputy Leader of Opposition for the speech. The speaker spoke for 7 minutes and 12 seconds. We shall now hear the speech from the government whip. The floor is yours.
Am I audible? Yes?
Yes.
I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Good morning to the adjudicators and also members of the floor. Today, we as a government side believe that we as a government side agree with the motion, which is this has believed that all prestigious universities should publish of their academic research in open platform for free, because from our stand, we would like to elaborate that we from the government side believe that all prestigious universities should publish all of their academic research in one open platform for free, because it could enhance the education in system of Malaysia, and also education is one of the most powerful weapon to create a change in one country. Before I recap the summary of my government team, I would like to rebut some of the point from the opposition side. The first one, when the Prime Minister said that the analogy about the vaccine, that the COVID-19 is very efficient, but it is free, and people are less knowledge about the vaccine. And basically, imagine if something, I'll just reply with the analogy too. Let's say if something free and also something which is which need to be paid, which required to be paid. Which one is people prefer? Would people prefer something which is free, or people prefer something which is need to be paid? Of course, people will prefer something which is free, because it is free and it is can be used anytime. Yes, please.
Do you buy Netflix or not? Just another question.
Yes. Thank you for asking. Yes, I use Netflix. Okay. Next, I would like to rebut another point. Also, another one is when she said that when she said that nothing is free, and because that's how the when she said that they don't encourage something which is need to be paid. So how can people actually change their life. I mean, like, if everything need to be paid, what happened to the student that needs that didn't have enough money to pay the fee, enough money to buy the resource, the research. So when we have a free resource, we can actually help people who didn't have enough money to buy the research. A lot of people, which is let's say a poor people, they often go to the library, but they can't even get something. They read something, the free books, but they don't really get what the point is, because it was like a big, and let's say in a wide perspective, you can't really find something. But if it's like a private website, I mean, the research from other university, from our university provide to the student, it can actually help the student to gain more knowledge. And it also can help the student become prestigious and can be able to compete with the with locally and also globally. So that's how the best thing, if we have free, if we actually give free resource to the students. Um, Next, I will to recap some of the point from our team. The first point that the Prime Minister gave, that it will actually give, the Prime Minister said that when more intellectual graduate from I'm sorry, let me recap some of my some of our government point. First, it will give the opportunity to those who have a low social status, and it give the equality to all the students who didn't have who can't afford, who can't buy some resources. It can actually help the university to become more prestigious, like our Deputy Prime Minister said. And then this, the next point is it can actually create more intellectual graduate and provide free materials to the people. Whereas it will actually one university, when they actually produce more prestigious students, like when they have a lot of PhD students or master students, or even some knowledgeable person from there, it can actually make it can actually make the university knowledgeable to all of the country, to all of the people, and it will help the university itself. So that's why free education, uh, free academic research is really important to all students. And another one is that I would like to press on that the author actually don't really care about the money. They care about the quality and also the people who actually read. When people read the article itself, when they then when the article is being read by the others, it will make the author probably feel appreciated, rather than they were like need to be paid and nobody just buy it because it was too expensive or they don't have any money to have it. So it was like it will be useless if they have an article and it was like very expensive and they can't even afford it, rather than they have a free article and it was accessible to all students, and they will feel more appreciated than the situation that I mentioned before. And then another thing is, when we actually have uh, uh, a paid resource, when they have to find a paid academic research, and then they have to pay about it, student will tend to plagiarize the research thing, and it will actually did not even improve the quality of writing because they actually plagiarize every single thing. So what is the differences between having a free academic resources than having a plagiarism? Which one is better? What do you think? Which one is better? The thing is, it is more better when we actually have a free access to the student, and they can actually use that. And like I said before, like the author didn't even care about the citation, they care about the quality and also the accessibility of that research to all the students, to all the readers, so that they can read, so that they have the knowledge about that the research things. And then like I said before, it will actually produce a lot of intellectual graduates. With that, I end my
Thank you to the thank you to the government week for the speech. The speakers spoke for 17 and 16 seconds. Now I would like to call upon the opposition whip to deliver her speech. The floor is yours.
Sorry, PYDP, how many minutes just now?
7 minutes, 16 seconds.
Right, thank you.
Sorry.
People are getting what they think is free stuff from government. Thus, paid staff will surely educate people. Good evening to the judges, members of the floor. I, as the third speaker, will clarify the context of this debate and provide. Second, I will compare both cases brought by both teams and explain why we understand the motion better. And third, I'll give our account of and reaffirm our stance. From the Prime Minister, she said that by publishing the academic research in all platforms for free can expand their authorship. But although this can expand the authorship, the author itself is not rightly respected. We at least as human who seeking for knowledge need to at least give a token of appreciation to them, the authors, that they have put sweat, blood and tears to their research. And what we can do to appreciate this is by paying the fees that the author and the researcher has stated. Second, the second point that be stated by the Prime Minister of the government is by making the academic research as open platform, it can attract people to read the knowledge more. But the thing is, what if the knowledge is manipulated because of the worldwide platform that can be searched by the public? Yes, she also stated that this academic research is only on the can be seen by the students, but the motion said that it is open platform, so surely the public can also see and read the academic research. And as my opposition leader said, that COVID-19 false information that has been spread like wildfire, and why this issue occur because of this because of the open platform itself. So people are more attracted to the knowledge, but the knowledge that they get can be false, and this can make a misunderstanding among the community itself. As the the Deputy Prime Minister of government said that by produce more intellectual. Yes, it can produce more intellectual, but the exclusivity of this academic research is not well portrayed, and
the quality of the research is not protected and can be copyrighted by all the students and can be copyrighted by all. As we know, we live in a world that full of technology, and the hackers there's a lot of hackers in this world. So if they don't put some statistic of the statistic that the copyrighted the statistic the information that copyrighted, so their point by producing intellectual is can be
Your eye, please.
no thank you, can be flawed. The second point that made by the Deputy Prime Minister government is it can give the opportunity to different status students. Okay, there's a lot of students that live in yes, you mean?
Do you think the hackers will actually, you mentioned before that the hackers wanted to hack the system. So do you think the hacker will actually care about knowledge? I mean, will they actually have wanted to actually hack the resource?
No, they are not attracted to the knowledge, but they want money. Okay. As I said, the Deputy Prime Minister's second point is this can give opportunity to different status students. Yes, there's a lot of students who live in poverty that get into universities. But these students, no, thank you. These students who live in poverty at least get one scholarship when they get into university, so they can use this scholarship to pay the fees for this academic research platform. So and the students need to know what the priority of their life and differentiate between what's the need and what they want. And the needs of the student is they need knowledge. So the most wise thing that the students can do is pay for their academic research platform. With that, I let the motion fall. Yes.
Okay, thank you to the opposition whip for the speech. And the speaker spoke for 7 minutes, 11 seconds. Okay, now both of the government and oppositions are being given 1 minute to prepare their reply speech. The time is up. I call upon the speaker from the opposition side to deliver their reply speech. The floor is yours.
1212. My voice audible? Hello?
Yes.
I'm sorry because our TV have a connection problem. You mind? So start in 3, 2, 1. Assalamualaikum and hi. I be very good good afternoon. I be to the chairman, ladies and gentlemen. So first of all, I would like to present to all of you the flaws of the opposition team. So firstly,
We can't hear. Am I the only one?
I
can't
we
hear.
cannot hear him too. We cannot hear him.
I'm sorry.
Hello?
Did you hear me?
Yeah, it's better now. Can you start again?
Our connection problem is okay. Sure. I'm sorry. So start in 3, 2, 1. Assalamualaikum and hi and very good afternoon. I greet to all of you, Madam Chairman and ladies and gentlemen. So today, we for opposition side, we will present to all of you the flaws of the government. So firstly, the Prime Minister said that researchers did not conduct the research for the sake of profits. What is the proof of that statement? Even the Prime Minister herself mentioned that she wanted to gain profit with her research or article. Researchers could gain income from their research. By releasing their research paper for free, this will decrease their income despite their hard work and will not give the recognition that we wanted by the researcher itself. And this somehow contradict with her points. So why that we should win this motion? Because by not encouraging, by not preserving the quality of research paper and authority of the researchers, how could the foundation of a country become better? How of the education of the country become better? And we from the opposition side, we already stated that why of this implementation need to be done at the first place, because we want to ensure the specificity and the authenticity and genuine of the research project. And that's why we for opposition keep repeating, keep telling to the government side why it is very important. We from the opposition side, we didn't want, didn't want to education being regulated. That's not what we wanted to. But we from the opposite side, we want to protect the authorization of the sheet and also authenticity of the article. So this somehow shows that lack of the government side to prove to us why in the first place. So next, you remember the question I asked earlier that do the third speaker by Netflix. She mentioned before that people will prefer to use free item rather than the paid ones. But why people buy Netflix? Because of the content itself. That's we want to address, that the content of the research paper or the research article. We want to make sure that these prestigious universities get their own recognition. And we from the opposite side, we want to protect all the stakeholders, not just these authors itself, but the universities, the authors, the consumer,
and also the community. And as I mentioned before in my early speech that some of the users will misuse the citation of the acknowledged author to split the false information. I don't say that their work or their research are not valid or false, but I say that these people who get the open article but for free, they will misuse the citation itself. So we, from the opposition, we strongly firm to our stance that we want to protect our exclusivity and union of the article. And I also want to mention that the government failed to provide us the BOP, the burden of proof, then also not say any mechanism and no stakeholders at all, and no urgency to this case. As for that, we from the opposition team, we we strongly disagree with this motion. Thank you.
Now, to conclude, let's welcome the speaker from the government side to give their reply speech.
I will start my speech in 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, for today's debate, this House believes that all prestigious universities should publish all of their academic research in an open platform for free. Here, we already stated before why we want this motion go through. As we stated that we want this motion to go through because we believe that because we believe that education is one of the strongest weapon that can make change in the country itself. So we provide to you what can happen, what is the best case scenario that can happen if we give them the these free materials to continue their study. First, we give you an assurance that it gives the rightful and respectful citation and authorship to the author itself, since we are the one who opened the platform for them to have the academic research be seen by the students. Secondly, we also give the benefit to the student to get the academic research as one of the source and material to help themselves throughout their journey in their studies. Thirdly, we also stated that the university itself can gain more quality graduates and in the long run give more profit, since it will be more seen as a most prestigious university at the end of the day. So I think that our best case scenario have a very good long run that can give benefit to all the students and the university itself at the end of the day. But the opposition side say that what are the worst case scenario that happen in our side is that more people will have access to it and make misunderstanding among the society. But they do not know that since they have the we already narrow it down to only to the students of the university itself. But even if the public have the access to the he can finally have the rightful and a very a rightful content to make sure that what they are being confused is actually be found in the research. So the opposition side flaw is that they fail to point out that by making it not free, by making it need to be a paid material, it can give it can protect the authorship, since we already stated before. Some students, most of the students nowadays use all the website that can make all the paid being open for free, like Hub and etc. So I don't think that their objective to protect the authorship is accomplished. Secondly, they also mention about how people nowadays willingly to buy Netflix in order to watch movie and etc. But they already stated before that this education things and this publication of education and entertainment is different, ladies and gentlemen. You need to know that. You need to know that even though this is the Netflix itself is free, but there's still some platform that make the it's more that is accessible for free. Like, you know, people nowadays really use the Telegram to download it because they don't have the Netflix itself. So, but that's not the content for today's debate. So we from the government side believe that our point is really point out that the prestigious universities, when they publish this academic research in an open platform for free, it gives benefits to the students, to the society itself, and to the university at the end of the day. With that, I rest my case. Thank you.
That is all for this round's debate session. On behalf of the House, I thank the adjudicators for the assistance. I congratulate all the debaters on their performance. Now the host will assign all the adjudicators to the breakout room to discuss, while the debaters please remain in this room in the meantime.